It's time to step into the power of yes. Creating the life you want is up to you. The power comes from saying yes to ourselves, yes to possibilities, and yes to change. Are you ready? Yes Minded Power Radio with Barbara Scheidegger starts now. Join Barbara and Dr. Pat for the next hour as they share actionable steps to living your future now. As a clinical hypnotherapist, NLP master practitioner, Reiki healer, and life coach, Barbara can empower you through sharing her own experience in overcoming life's obstacles. Start achieving your goals and moving life in the direction you want through yes-minded power. Now, here are your hosts.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. I am so thrilled to be doing this show with Barbara Scheidegger. This is Yes Minded Power Radio. Today we're going to take a look at what it means to do it now. You just heard a brief introduction of who Barbara is, but not all of who Barbara is. The last show, Barbara gave us a journey into her life. Early beginnings, moving on to become one of the top entrepreneurs, successful businesswoman. But more than that, she is committed to helping people get beyond, let go of things that don't serve them anymore, and step into the world of yes-minded power. Today, the question that I think all of us ask ourselves is, if we have this urge, this, let's just call it passion and purpose to do something, what the heck gets in the way? Let's do it now is what we're talking about. Barbara, this is an important conversation to you, and this is an important message, yes. Isn't it?
Who gets in your way is yourself. We're getting ourselves in our own way. It's not the mother, not the father, not the neighbor who said, no, you never should do that. It's what we are telling ourselves is holding us back to move forward. And most of the time, it's just fear is holding us back. And fear is created to the limited beliefs that we have in ourselves, that we put on ourselves. And to overcome that, to see actually what we are doing and what we should let go and come into that power of saying, yes, I can do it. Yes, I will do it. I'm doing it. I have done it. Look where I am today, no matter what you guys told me. So in that matter, it's, first of all, very important for us. Hang out with the people who are positive, who have already succeeded, and you can learn from them. The ones who are negative and already send you the message that you can't, smile at them, wish them good luck, leave them behind. And all of it can be done actually with a simple way of hypnosis, which is a natural way of being. We are in hypnosis many, many times, and through guidance, going deep. Actually, what hypnosis is a very deep relaxation state. You're so relaxed, so deep down as you actually see what you're doing and what you don't want to do anymore, and you can let that go. It's no poking, no medicine, no side effect, no taking anything that would hurt your body. It's organic, natural, and still I see the resistance of people. And I do understand, because when you go to hypnotherapists, we don't tell you what's wrong with you, or we don't give you anything to hold on and say, yes, oh yeah, that's right, I agree, that was stupid, or that wasn't. No, we don't diagnose, we don't judge, we just let you be you. And that's sometimes very hard for people, just to be themselves.
And part of what we're talking about today too is, what is it that the role of our thinking plays? Because that's really, now we have the science behind it. We have the information behind it. We now have research that's coming out every day on neuroscience, wiring, what we're capable of. And this is also something that you work with individuals on as well, but it also contributes to what keeps us stuck in place or what helps us move forward.
Yeah, a thought, what we are telling ourselves is the most important discussion we have in our day, not with the boss, not with the mother, not with the father or with your teacher. It is what we are telling ourselves. What information we get in from others, we have the power to reject, and we will reject a few things, but some of them, they just get stuck within us because we think, oh yeah, he said or she said, whoever that person is, you never will achieve that. And that sticks so with us that instead of saying yourself, well, let's see, I haven't tried it yet, I will let you know if I'm not able to do that. Mm-hmm. And find the way to get there. Imagine, a thought creates a picture. And the picture creates an emotion. And the emotion creates a reaction, a physical and an emotional reaction. So if there's a negative picture up and we linger in it, we go with that picture. But we can eliminate that picture and say, I don't want this picture. I see myself more on this side, on the glorious side, that I can achieve my diploma, I can run, I can jump high. I see it. But what people have to understand, it's a navigation. We have to navigate our own thoughts, and we are in power of that. And that's the way we go through our day, through our existence, with our thoughts. And thoughts are coming from choices. If you want to add a new habit in life, let's say you want to get healthy. We all want to be healthy. But you have to change your schedule, and it will change your life. But in order to do that, we have to give up, let's just say, something for the time being, and planning our way through what has to be done to achieve that goal. But seeing yourself already healthy and moving forward in a healthy life and getting old, very healthy. And then it's like, oh, I need to change this, I need to change that. But we have to replace it with good. I mean, it's not that you stop eating and say, now I'm going to lose weight. This is unhealthy. So what are you going to change today to have a healthy life? Is it changing your French fries is always an easy example, to stop eating French fries, and enjoying the vegetables, or just sweet potatoes, which are very healthy. In order to do that, we have to create in our mind that picture, already having the sweet potatoes, having the salad, having the fish grilled or with just lemon. That's just a way of moving on until you get the habit of it, of just eating that, and realizing actually that you become healthier, you become slimmer, and not only this, your mind works better. So it's a win-win situation. It's definitely a win-win situation. And I do understand people having a hard time to make that choice, that change by themselves. And there where hypnotherapy comes in, where this change can be made in a deep, relaxed state. Removing, and I do ask my client, are you willing to let go? And then when the yes comes up, we let that go. And that's not then we let it go. But we have to fill in the void. And that is what I bring up from the client, what he tells me. If, for example, I want to be healthy and I want to eat more vegetables, more sweet potatoes, more fish, more lean food, plus top of it, I want to go to the gym twice a week. So in hypnosis, you go through the process and you see yourself. You get the emotion that you're already there, and your mind will accept that. It's repetition. It's not a one-day fix. So that's why I say it's a self-discovery. It's all it is. And then a self-realization, what you do, and then we let it go and we fill in the void. It's as simple as that. And all it takes from the client, the willingness that I'm ready now. If somebody is not ready, I cannot convince them. I can ask questions, but if they still say, no, I still want my fries, I still want my things, I still want that, and still want to be healthy, I said, well, if you eat these fries now every day, and you eat your chocolate every day, see yourself, how are you going to be in 10 years? Not just tomorrow. It takes a while to get unhealthy. You don't get unhealthy overnight. So if then when they see themselves, imagine themselves in 10 years, then it's suddenly, oh, not that good. Yeah, I think I can make the change. So it's all about imagination, also hypnosis and emotions. Where are the emotions? Where are you stuck? And that's what we can release with hypnotherapy.
Well, one of the things that you created, though, as well, and I want to talk about this, is the Scheidegger approach. And,
Yes.
when we look at that and we look at your body of work, you take the culmination of your training, your life experience, your successes, and knowing firsthand what it takes. Now we're talking about what people can do. If we look at the Scheidegger approach, which is 21-day approach to life-changing, permanent life-changing events, that also is a way that you're able to give people the tools they need. Tell us a little bit about the Scheidegger approach.
The Scheidegger approach is 21 days. I did therapy. I went to a psychologist. Oh my God, it's just so long. We can make changes faster. I want them to change fast. I don't want them to linger for 2, 3 months, 4, 5, 6 months. There are some cases, yes, we bring 21 days. I bring you up to the platform so you can consciously make decisions that are good for you. We release the guilty feeling, the limited beliefs that we have, the blocks, and that actually the client does it on his own. I'm just guiding them through, and that's the beauty of it. I'm not stuffing them with medicine or anything, and just for 24 hours the brain can function in a way, and then tomorrow morning it goes down again. No, you have 21 days, and I need the input from the client. And what is 21 days for the rest of your life when you can make a change? It is a retraining of the brain and readjusting for what you want to think, and not that just the brain takes over and thinks what it wants to think. That imagine yourself, you're on the steering wheel and you just let the car to go where it wants. It's a disaster, but you're in control of the steering wheel. You can control where the car will go, how fast, how slow you want to take this road. It's up to you. And it's the same thing with hypnotherapy. And imagine after 21 days, you're finally at peace and you can make your own decisions without being influenced by others. It doesn't mean that you never will listen to others who have succeeded already. They might say, you try this, and you can make the choice. Because it worked for them, maybe it might not work for you, but you will realize that immediately, and you will change that because you're on the steering wheel. So it's a self-discovery. You discover yourself actually at what you're good at and what actually you should let go, that you actually don't want to go do anyway. You know, so many people get up in the morning going to a job that they hate. Then I hear always, well, I have no choice.
Yeah.
And I have to say, really? What is, you don't have a choice? And in the Scheidegger approach, you learn how to adapt to your new life. Maybe at that time you realize actually the job is not so bad and brings me enough money, so I can take some studies in the evening to learn something else and then move on what I want to do. Maybe there's just a bridge. But if you sink into it in the morning, I need to go to this job, I just have money, I just can't pay my bills. Well, how much money do you want to make? What you want in your life? Get what you want in your life as long as it's legal and you don't hurt anybody. Mm-hmm. And that's what I always say. Mm-hmm. And the Scheidegger approach brings you to that platform. What the Scheidegger approach is a clear communication with me.
We're live on Facebook. Good morning, everybody.
Well, let me ask you this question about this. One of the things I am so clear about in working with you is that when many people think about hypnotherapy, Scheidegger approach, all of the above, right? There are very specific, powerful tools that you include in the Scheidegger approach. Yes. We talked about the fact that you are certified, clinical hypnotherapist, but that's not the only thing that you use. And I think folks should take a look at how you approach this from almost like a 360-degree approach, because the thing that folks most complain about when it comes to working with other people is that they just go to a shelf, they pull something off, and they say, here, this is what I'm going to do with you. But that's not how you work. And clearly, when people go to your website, and certainly they could get there by going to yesmindedpower.com, they're going to find that you use a range of tools. Let's talk about what some of those are, Barbara, if we could.
Yeah, I mean, I use, of course, hypnotherapy, hypnosis. I use Reiki, energy work, and neuro-linguistic programming. That's it's NLP that helps to reset the brain, basically. And the coaching from my side and my own experience in life. Because I went through all these up and downs. I'm a mother, a grandmother, I was married, I was a wife. I had it all. I had business. We had our up and downs in the business. So I was there, and I can understand today when people get stuck in that. So these are the tools I use. But look, if, for example, Dr. Pat, you come to me and you have a certain, you have certain problem or obstacle in your life, I cannot say, I understand, use this, go home. No, right. I'm listening. And it's not only the listening, it's I hear you. I hear the way you speak. I hear the words you use. And I hear how you express yourself. So whatever I give you to do, the work you do, and the guidance I give you is specifically for you. Mm-hmm. If I give you a recording, it's not for someone else. Mm-hmm. It's for you, for your personal use, because I know how you work then, how you take in information, how you process information. Look, all those meditation tapes are good just to relax. But I think to remove to a specific problem, to a specific obstacle, it has to be personalized. If you just want to say, I'm so exhausted today, that meditation tape is good, I can sleep well, but in the morning when you wake up, there is still that little thing sitting in here that pokes you and say, hey, we have to take care of that. We really have to take care of that. And as long as we ignore it and just listen to certain music that relaxes you just for an hour or two or gives you a few hours of sleep, you haven't taken care of that.
Yeah.
And it will bug you until you do something, until you're physically sick, until you maybe need surgery or another medicine, or it just becomes a mess. Really, it becomes a mess if we don't take care of it. And then we blame it on our age. Oh, yeah. Of course. That's what I had to hear too the other day. Oh, because of your age. I said, no, there's something is wrong with me. And other people, young people, have the same problem. You just don't shuffle me away because I'm 50 years old, or that's not an excuse. So I had to go into my research and I figured it out. And then I went back and said, look, I found that, what can we do? And I was like, oh yeah. But when you get a certain age, we blame it on the age. And that's a big problem too. So I'm telling you also out there, your obstacle, yourself, and the number of your age, it doesn't mean anything how old you are. It means how you take care of yourself, not only physically inside. The physic appearance is just a cover up. You can do so many facelifts, so many things that you look young, but if inside you still feel miserable, all this doesn't matter. You bring out the wrong energy. And through my way, using a hypnotherapy or Reiki or NLP, plain energy work that's adjusted and personalized to the person who is sitting across me, in 21 days, we can release and fill in the void so you can move forward in a very healthy way. It's a transformation, it's a self-improvement, it's even a behavior modification.
Yeah.
So you don't get angry and anxious anymore.
Yeah.
So it's natural and doesn't cost much, it's...
Well, I think the thing that we're talking about here today, for those of you just tuning in, you're listening to Yes Minded Power Radio, Living Your Future Now with Barbara Scheidegger. I'm Dr. Pat. I get to do this. Barbara, let's take a short break. But before we do, what is the best way for people to find out more about you? And also, how can they receive a consultation with you on whatever it is they want to get going on in life?
Yeah, well, if I give a 30 minutes discovery free consultation, you just talk to me. If you can call me at 323-999-4775. This is my phone number. Or you can reach me at yesmindedpower.com and you write simply an email. And we set up a Skype or a phone conversation. Or if you close by, I live in the marina in California, you can visit me, but that should not hold you back to contact me, because Skype is very effective. And even the phone works without seeing somebody. So it's powerful.
Yeah, I love it. And of course, for those of you out there, like I said, you could go to barbarascheidegger.com, or you could just go to yesmindedpower.com. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Barbara's going to talk with us about how the Scheidegger approach has been helping people worldwide. What is it about this phenomenal approach to clinical hypnotherapy that people have said so many amazing things about? She's going to share some stories with us, and then ask yourself the question, really, which is, am I ready? Do I want to do it now? That's Barbara's message. Yes Minded Power is about taking that step now. Let's take a short break. When we come back, you're going to hear how the Scheidegger approach has helped countless people get off the couch and get into gear. We'll be right back with Yes Minded Power Radio, Barbara Scheidegger, and me, Dr. Pat. We'll be right back. Wow, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. It's so great to be able to have solutions to those things that get us stuck. For those of you out there, if you're ready to make that change, if you're ready to do it now, one of the things you can do is contact Barbara directly. Barbara, again, would you let folks know the best way they can schedule a consultation with you? And, you know, everybody wants to wait till the new year. I'm not quite sure why that is, but if you really want to get moving and get unstuck, this is the time. So tell folks the best way to do that with you.
You can reach me at 323-999-4775. Leave a message and I will call you back. We'll schedule a 30-minute discovery consultation. Let's discover what is holding you back and find a way to get rid of that you can move forward and get the 2019 ahead and you're ready at the new year. So you're just the new you moving on. And also you can find me at yesminded.com. You can write me an email from there and I will answer back and we set something up. It's quite easy. But be ready to move on and don't wait for the new year. What's with the new year? Everybody starts there and then the whole body is shocked and the mind is shocked at suddenly there's a change going on. And most of the time you can't hold on that. But if you start now and take your time to process the new you, and I really amplify the new you. You're not, people coming to me always and they say, I want to be the person I was before. I said, really? Isn't that person that brought you to this place you are now and you're so unhappy? And then it's like, oh yeah, we want the new you who can react to any situation in life in a positive way. That doesn't mean that you're never going to cry. It doesn't mean that you hop around only happy, but you see the good thing in life, the good and positive that life actually brings you, and the good and positive that the universe is sending you, that you see the signals through that. So this is the way you can start today to be ready for the new year's and start off as the new you.
Yeah. Wow. I think that, you know, for folks that are tuning in, what we're talking about is yes-minded power. I mean, that's really the overarching theme for this. It's, you know, what if we could live in the world of yes-minded power in our lives as if it was as easy as breathing? And I know that's your message. But, you know, coming out of the gate and looking at, well, how do you do it? And the way we're talking about today is the approach that you created, the Scheidegger approach. And so
Yes.
there are some benefits that people have had from the Scheidegger approach. And that's really part of the story, is to share the stories.
Yeah. Well, you know, I do have different clients. They come in for different problems and obstacles. And at the same time, it's only fear that's holding them back. Fear of moving on. What other people would say? What? How is my family's going to react to it? And I'm telling always, look, if you make a positive change in your life, your family, and you talk to them about this, and you move on and do what's good for you, the family will adapt. Otherwise, if you don't do it, if it's not, oh, because of my children, I cannot take an evening class. I see many times people just resent then the children because they cannot do it. So I have a young woman with 2 kids. She wanted to study more. She wanted to be a psychologist. And I said, why aren't you doing it? But my kids, they need me. And I said, how old are they? Well, they're 10 and 12 now. I said, well, are you ready to talk to them? And how you want to explain them what you want to do? Go sit down and have a meeting with the whole family. Yeah, but I'm afraid. I said, okay, now if you're afraid, and imagine now you have talked to them now. You have talked to them and you told them what you would like to do and how to figure out the plan who is going to clean up the kitchen, when the laundry is going to be done. And she said she went through the process, and she saw herself that she actually talked to them already and put everything in place. And I said, how do you feel now? She says, I feel good. I have the courage to talk to them. So she talked to the family. First, there was a little bit resistance, but she pointed out to the kids, look, you guys, you're going to school, you're learning what you want to learn. And once you're out, what do I do? And then the discussion started, and she found a way that the family, they were sharing times, and that the kids they had more chores to do. So it means even the kids got more responsibility to work at their home. So it worked out, and she's studying now very strong, and I'm very proud of her. And it works out well. And she comes back from time to time and says to me, I just want a little tune-up. And it's true, after 6-7 months, maybe some anxiety starts. She knows how to handle it, but sometimes it's just easier to come to me to take that off, being walked through again, and then go off with your life. It's like having a massage from time to time. Your body needs a massage, and you come back and you do it before a big problem starts again. So it has helped. And also with one lady who had leg pain. I mean, she couldn't walk. She was in so much pain. And she came to my office and said, I had everything done, MRIs, I took every medicine, I did every exercise they told me to do. It's painful. And I always ask her, when does it hurt? When does it? Yeah, just when I'm sitting here, suddenly it starts. What's going through your mind when you sit there? That happened one in my life, and this happened one in my life. I said, okay, let's go through the whole process. After 21 days, this woman was free of the leg pain, because we went deep inside in her, and she found that there was a blockage, and she let that blockage go and replaced it with what she wanted from her life, and that was being pain-free. So when she learned how to turn down the pain and just let it go, and now the pain didn't come back anymore. It's just such a pleasure to see people to get out of something that they never thought they can get out of it, because they were told, well, you have just to live with it.
Yeah.
It came from somewhere. It came from somewhere. And who did it to you and what the reason was, we don't care. We just let it go, because you have the power to let it go. And that's the important part, because you are already programming yourself every day. You're programming yourself every day, I'm going to have pain. Well, through hypnotherapy, I can help you to reprogram yourself to let that go, and to in order to attain your goal, which I will work with you to define what is your goal. The key is to live in the solution and not in the problem. And that's what we're doing. We swim in the problem. No, we have to swim in the solution. How can we make it better? How can we make it bigger? How may I make it more shiny and healthier? That's an important step, It's quite important. I'm telling you now, step out of the box, expand, be ready for the new year. Be the new you, and you can do it. And there is nothing wrong with asking for help. Mm-hmm. You're not alone. There is help, and there's no judgment. It's just a guided way to let you actually, so you're able to step out of this box and close it and never go back again. Actually burn the box. Don't need it. That's what it is.
I know, exactly. We're going to take a short break when we come back. What is it about doing it now? What is it when the universe gives you something, an idea, feeling, a gut reaction, whatever you want to call it? What happens when that gift comes to you, but for whatever reason, you don't take a single bit of action forward? what is it that happens? How do we get bogged down? And even if it is taking action about stopping something, what is it? Once we get that feeling and that knowing that some change is about to happen for you, that you are the director of your own movie and you don't do it, what is it that happens to that idea, that energy? When we come back, Barbara's going to talk about why not? Why not? Why not do it now? Why wait for the new year? Stay tuned. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Yes Minded Radio, Yes Minded Power Radio with Barbara Scheidegger. Barbara, before we talk about let's get it done now, well, why do we wait? How can people get it done now with you? What's the best way for them to get a free discovery consultation with you?
Well, call me at 323-999-4775 or write an email. Go to my website, Yes Minded Power, or barbarascheidegger.com, and write me an email. I will answer. And it's whoever, wherever you are in the world, today that I love the technology today for that matter. Skype.
Mm-hmm.
It works.
Yeah.
It works very effective. That should not hold you back to make a change in your life. Or, I can fly in. I flew to Switzerland to help someone. And that was just I had them every day. So it was in 1 week I was done, and I went back, and both of them, her husband and her, they're cool now. I just can say they're good. So yeah. It's repetition, and that's my 21-day program. I see you the first time, and this is the self-discovery. We discover exactly what's going on with you. And through that session, everything is just nicely laid out. What you want, actually, when you come in, most probably will change in the second session, that you clearly see what you want. The idea, and then it becomes clear. The first session is definitely very important, and it's quite almost 2 hours. We talk, we go through emotions. I bring you into the hypnosis in that deep relaxation. After that, when you go home, the next day the client has to contact me and tell me how he feels. And when I hear what's happening and how he feels, with that, I give them, let's tell homework. It's a half an hour a day, which is not a big deal, but I would say. And if you're ready to make a change, what's a half an hour that you take off for yourself to get in the repetition, the new habits? I like to see my clients at least 4 times in these 21 days. Sometimes it's 5 times. It's up to the client. But there's always access to me. And when something appears to happen and the client feels like, oh my God, now I'm in that situation again, give me a call. I can walk you through in 10 minutes. So you are able to go into that meeting or able to breathe deeply, which all this, it includes at least 4 sessions. And then after the second time, it's self-realization, that you realize actually what you're doing. What is that what you're doing? Is that good for you? Is that bad for you? Do you want to live like this? Or you want to let that go now? And then we fill in the void. The third session, and again, I'm available to you if something appears. I make at the third session, I even make a recording, that's personalized to the client, so they can start listening to that before they go to bed, before they go into a meeting, or simply they're in the office or somewhere, they have 10 minutes that I need to relax. I don't know how. Listen to my voice, listen to the recording, and then your life goes on. And then you learn how to adapt to your changes, to your new life. So you can be, when after 21 days, you're on the platform that you can say, I adapt to that. I can handle that. I can go and walk through this by focusing on the positive, how you want to feel and how you want to think and how good it is for you. And that's what you learn in the Scheidegger approach. Just change your attitude. Don't take on a no excuse attitude. If you, let's say, if you want these changes, then you can make it happen. Make a list of things that have stopped you from achieving your specific goals in the past and let that go. Then begin to tell yourself that they are all just excuses holding you back from doing what you want to do. And hey, look, don't make excuses for your excuses either. All this we have to do, let go. Just remember that we are human beings. We have the ability to adapt to anything, to culture, to food, to heat, to cold. I mean, we're the only species in the world except viruses and bacteria. That's the bad part. They can survive in different cultures too. But let's face it, we can do it. And why wait until the new year when you have all this stress from the holidays? Prepare yourself now so you can go through, and the new year is going to be just for you. Remember that the ability to adapt is already within us.
Yeah.
Sit and think about all the hard things that you actually have done in your life already.
Yeah.
How did you get through that? And because you wanted them. Think about how your life was different after you got through all these challenges you faced actually. If they're big, they are small. And dig deep inside and find your own ability to adapt when someone or something hasn't forced you to do. And know that you can, because you have already done it.
Mm.
And it's the thing is, we see that big thing in front of us, but it's the little things that count. The first step you take counts, the second step, the third step. And then once you look behind you, you did already a mile without realizing it and said, I have done this now. And then go further until everything becomes just an automatic response to the unconscious mind. And the response is positive and not negative anymore. And after 21 days, the unconscious mind automatically will respond positively once the positive changes has been made during the 21 days. Mm. And what's 21 days? Come on, guys. You're doing it. Understand, whatever you do in your life, you're doing it for you. I hear always people, I did this for her. And I ask them, why then you did it for her? Why did you do it for her? Or I say her or him, just for that person. And said, well, it made me feel good to see this person smiling. I said, okay, then you did it for you. So whatever you do, you're doing it for yourself, a response to. So you can see that person smiling or being happy or being well dressed or having that joy in the life, which brings you joy too. So everything you do it for yourself. Wow. The change you're doing, if I hear people, I had someone told me, I sent in my partner, she needs to change or he needs to change. I said, well, is she willing or he willing to change? No, but I told told her or him they need to change. Nothing I can do. This person has to come on its own and tell me I want to change. If this person wants to come in, sit across me and telling me I'm ready to do so, then it works. But I'm doing it is for my husband or for my wife. Nah, you're doing it for yourself.
I love it. Barbara, thank you. Thank you. Awesome. So much for today. Thank you for the show.
Thank you for listening to Yes Minded Power Radio featuring Barbara Scheidegger on Transformation Talk Radio. Tune in live every month for actionable steps to living your future now. Only you have the power to change your life for the better. Barbara Scheidegger is your guide. For more information about this show and working with Barbara, visit yesmindedpower.com. That's yesmindedpower.com.